Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Jump Rope to Freedom. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial and walking you through a move that I haven't seen anyone else do before. I'm sure it's been out however long jump rope has been out, but I started doing the move on Instagram and a couple folks wanted me to do a tutorial on it. And so this is the tutorial. Before we get into it, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. Let's do this. So why would you want to learn the alternating double side swing with the jump through? There's a lot of reasons, but these are the four that I can think of. And the first is coordination. But with any jump rope move, you're going to learn a good bit of coordination. So coordination is a given for most jump rope moves. But for this move specifically, you're combining three moves. You're combining your dominant side swing and jump through. You're combining the non-dominant side swing and jump through. And you're combining the double side swing with no jump. So all three of those moves take a good bit of coordination, but combining them together and then remembering to alternate, that takes a lot of coordination and a lot of thinking on the fly, especially if you don't have it down ingrained in your muscle memory yet. So coordination is key here, but I think it's even more pronounced and more beneficial with this move. The other reason to learn this move is because the double side swing, it provides a rest. So you're getting the best of both worlds with this move. You're getting the side swing and jump through, which provides a good jump through and cardio. And then you're also getting the double side swing, which gives you a rest from jumping. So you can incorporate both. You can get that rest that you need. The second is variation. A lot of times jump rope can get boring because you don't have any moves you can mix it up with. So variation to mixing up your routine is always key. And then footwork is the last one. You'll see when we go through these clips that footwork is something that is integral to this move, more so than a lot of jump rope moves, because you have to do a lot of bouncing back and foot switching in order to achieve that alternate. Now, this move is not all that easy. It's not something that I would suggest a beginner should go through first. What you're going to want to do, and the keys to success to this move, the first one is to learn the moves separately first. So learn that side swing on your dominant side swing on the non-dominant side, and the double side swing separately first before you try to chain them together. I would use a heavier rope first. You see me using a pretty light rope in this video, but I would get a PVC rope, a 5mm PVC rope, and learn it on that first, and make sure that you get it with a heavier rope first, because it's going to be harder if you start with a light rope because you don't have the feedback. Another key is to use your offhand to redirect the rope. I'll go through that more as we watch the slow motion clips. The fourth key is to make it easier to jump through the rope once you're alternating, is to turn slightly to the side you're opening towards. So if I'm using my right hand to open the side swing, I turn to my right on that iteration so that I can jump through the rope a little bit easier. And the fifth is probably the most important, and it's important with all jump rope moves, is to take your time and start slowly. Don't try to jump right in. Don't try to get the move too quickly. This is just like any other jump rope move. It's a little more complicated because it's chaining three moves together, but you have to remember that if you can start slowly and get the basics down first, so get the side swing on your strong side first, side swing on the weak side, and then that double side swing, and then work on chaining it together slowly and in an iterative process, it's going to be much easier in the long run to get that muscle memory down, because that's the main goal in these jump rope moves, is to get your muscle memory down pat. So now we're going to look at what makes this move up in sequence. We're going to start with the dominant side swing. And the dominant side swing is the first part of this move. So if you're right-handed, you're going to just be jumping and doing a side swing and jumping through like you see me doing here. And we'll look at it in slow motion. And remember, these three moves that we're going to go through, you want to have these down before you try to do this move together and chain this combo together. So you can see me here. This is a basic side swing. I have a tutorial on this that I put out a couple years ago on this channel, just going over to my right, and I'm right-handed. So I call it the dominant side swing. So for me, that's my right hand. I'm using my right hand to open the rope and jumping off of my left foot. And this is what this should look like. Now, the other part of this is you're going to want to master your non-dominant side. So for me, that would be my left hand. And you can see here that I look a little more awkward doing it with my left hand, but I can still do it. So we'll look at it in slow motion. And remember, on your non-dominant side, it doesn't have to be perfect. The more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. For me, I've been doing this for a couple years and I'm still not that great opening with my left hand, but you're gonna have to get this down pat. If you're right-handed, you'll have to get it with your left hand. If you're left-handed, you'll have to get it with your right hand in order to do this move correctly so that you're alternating each side. So now we'll look at the side swing double. And this is another move that is required to be able to chain this combo together. Now you notice here that I'm not jumping at all. I'm just doing 2 side swings on each side and then rotating to the other side. And I threw in a little one-sided double right there, but this is the side swing double here. And we'll look at it in slow motion. Remember, this is the third part of the move that you need to be able to master before you can chain all of them together for this combo. So remember, you're doing a dominant side swing, a non-dominant side swing, and then you're doing the side swing double. And you're chaining those 3 moves together in order to do the alternating side swing double with the jump through. So you see me here, I'm kicking my foot out a little bit. You don't have to do that with this move. That's just something that I like to do. It's not required for this move, but it does add a little bit of coordination, adding that heel toe in there, but that is personal preference. But you see here, I'm not jumping over the rope. That's the key here. I do a jump right through here, but I added that clip in just to kind of show the sequence. But you're not jumping over the rope, you're just doing a side swing on each side. Now let's get into what the move actually looks like. You saw a short clip of it in the beginning, but you see here that I'm doing a side swing double and then I'm alternating sides. So I'm going to my right, side swing double, going over and opening with my left. Side swing double, open with my right, side swing double and open with my left. That's all I'm doing. I'm just rotating back and forth. And once I get done swinging through with my left, I rotate over to the right and I swing through with my right. Don't worry, I'm going to show 25% slow motion clips here so that you can see what is happening. That's what a lot of people wanted me to do when they saw this move on Instagram. It's not a super complicated move, but it is a move that requires seeing it in slow motion. So let's get into the slow motion of what it looks like, and then I'll break it down after that. So let's just start explaining this a little bit. I'm doing a side swing double on both sides, and then I jump through with my right. And then I go back over to my left, rotate to my right, side swing double back over, then I come back over, and then I'm at my left. And I just repeat this over and over again. So I go to the other side that I just jumped through, and then I keep rotating back and forth. This is kind of like a mind game to see if you can keep the alternating going. I think that's the hardest part of this move, is understanding where you just were and then going to that opposite side so that both sides get equal treatment, so that you're jumping through with your right, like you see me doing here. I rotate to my left, rotate back over to my right, and start that double side swing again. So that when I come back through after a double side swing, I jump through with my left, which is what you see. And then I go back to my right, back to my left, start the side swing double, do 2 side swing doubles, one on my right, one on my left, or one on my left and one on my right, and then I jump right through. Then I repeat, rinse and repeat. So let's talk through it again. I do the side swing double. I'm going to jump through on my left this side, then I immediately go back to my right, back to my left, and then start that 1 side swing double, 2 side swing double, and then I go back and then I jump through with my right. And you can see what I'm doing here. What I talked about in the keys to success is when I jump through, I'm going to jump through with my left this time. I turn my body slightly to the left, use my right foot to jump off of, and then jump through the rope. So when I go through this time, I'm going to jump through with my right, with my left foot, doing most of the jump, and then I'm going to turn to my right a little bit. Then when I come back through again, I'm jumping through with my left, so I turn to my left slightly. And then you rinse and repeat and do this move over and over again. This is a great move for coordination because not only are you continuously moving and you're chaining 3 moves together at once, but you're also having to remember where you were. You're having to move your arms in conjunction with your feet. You're having to bounce back to your starting position, all the while jumping enough to not get caught on the rope. In the next slow motion sequence, we are going to go over some of the keys, and I'm going to call them out in a call out box on the screen and talk a little bit about it. So we're into this next slow motion clip here. It's the exact same as the previous one. Slow it down. That's the best way to learn these moves so you can see exactly what's going on. The first call out box is coming here shortly. We're going to talk about it. So what you want to do, just like on a side swing, is change the rope's direction by putting your offhand under. So right there, my offhand was my left hand. So I put that under to change the rope's direction after I'm done jumping through. So I jump through with my right, and then my offhand is my right. I go under my left, under my right, and then I come back through and I'm going to jump through with my left. Now you see with my left, now immediately my left hand goes under. You see that. I start the double side swing, sequence, and then I'm ready to jump through with my right. Now what's going to happen? My right hand goes under. You see my right hand going under to change the rope's direction, and then I start the process all over again, just like a regular side swing. Now the next call out box is coming up here, and that is this important key. Is after you're done doing the side swing sequence and you jump through, you're going to bounce back. You see me bounce back there to retain my center of gravity and return to the starting position. Because if you're off balance, after you do that turn, you see me turning, and then I bounce back. If you try to go into the move with one foot in front of the other, it's going to be a little bit harder. So what you want to do is return to that starting position. You see me jump through and then I bounce back. When I bounce back, I'm bouncing back at around the same time that I'm putting my offhand under my lead hand. I'm bouncing back around the same time I put my offhand under my lead hand. You saw that here, and everything is coordinated. If everything's not coordinated with this move, there's so much going on with this move that it's going to be very difficult to recover, and it's going to make it likely that you'll trip over the rope. It's happened to me a bunch of times when I was teaching myself this move. So it's something to be cognizant of. The next key here is you want to alternate sides. Alternate sides by swinging to the opposite side you just jumped through. So that has a lot to do with that first point that I talked about. So when you alternate sides, and you'll see me jump through, my left was my open hand, and then I immediately put my left hand back under my right hand to start the process again. And that's how you alternate sides. You go back over, you swing back over, and then you start the process again. It can be a difficult move. It looks a little bit difficult, but once you get the muscle memory down, it is not too bad. We're going to look at some common mistakes here, and I have a clip of me tripping over the rope here. And the main mistake here is, I think right there, I didn't turn my body enough and I didn't jump high enough. You want to get a decent amount of jump here because a lot is going on. So if you don't clear the rope like you see me doing here with that lead foot, it is a disadvantage of coming through with your lead foot first because it could get caught under the rope. So that's one of the common mistakes, is coming through with the lead foot and not jumping high enough like you see me doing here. That's the only clip that I have of me messing up. But other common mistakes are not turning the wrists over. If you don't turn your wrists over, it's going to be very difficult to be able to execute the side swing in a fluid enough motion so that you can get enough momentum to keep your momentum going, essentially. So momentum is key, and the momentum is going to come from rotating your wrists around, doing full wrist rotations. That should be another key to success as well. But you saw me there with my mess up there, is that I didn't get enough jump height. and the rope caught on my lead foot, which in that situation was my right foot, and I tripped over the rope. So that's one of the common mistakes that I found in trying to master this move. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for tuning into this video today. I hope that you got something out of it and that you learned something from it, and you can learn this combo, the alternating side swing with the double side swing, and incorporate it into your jump rope routine. Before you sign off for today, please remember to give me a follow on Instagram, on Facebook, at Jump Rope Veteran is the handle. Also, please remember to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. It'll help the channel continue to grow and keep coming back for more content. All right, everybody, until next time, stay safe and stay healthy, and also stay hydrated because it's been getting hot out there lately. Jump rope to freedom. Peace. Thanks for your support.